You have reached meeting point. To the chaos, to the lakes, to the catacombs of oblivion, to the capital. You have reached road to the capital, signpost, mountain, to outside the capital, to the entrance, to the entrance. You have reached burnt car, soldier. The battle begins. The battle ends. Elyon, burnt car, to the road, bystander. Anyway, the bystander wants to be alone. To the road, to the 2 alleys. You have reached graffiti, corpse. Elyon is shocked. No one has removed a corpse, which is already starting to decompose. He uses his power once more, and now he can hear something. Before dying, he swears to have saw something moving at the top of that abandoned building over there. Elyon, graffiti, along the wall, to the entrance, to the square, abandoned building, to the witch house. You have reached capital, witch house, tables, amulets, seats, door, shop's owner. The witch gets closer. She's relieved to see Elyon in good shape. She asks him if now it's all solved. Elyon replies that now he's fine for real, thanks also to her. He asks how he could repay her for her help. The witch giggles. She starts to think aloud, while raising her gaze to the ceiling. As she plays with her hair, she reminds him that, first of all, she told him the solution to his problem. Then she even told him some important clue about a very rare artifact, and finally, she even spent a lot of time, effort and resources to actually find the pieces for Elyon. That's quite a big favor, and yet she really doesn't need his help for anything. She's not even interested in money. Elyon feels uneasy at not having a way to repay her. The witch is quite amused by his face. With an even more amused voice, she tells Elyon that this is quite a big problem. She wonders what she should do. She doesn't mind the idea of having Elyon indebted to her. After laying her index finger on her mouth, the witch silently thinks about it. Some seconds later, a smirk widens her mouth. She had an idea. The debt is too big to be wiped out all in one go. So Elyon will have to come many, many times to her. She will tell him what to do at the time, so he can rest easy. For now. Also, she says, after having chuckled, Elyon will have to make amends for the bad impression he made on her, while he was staring at her neck with such desirous eyes. Elyon opens his eyes wide after hearing the witch. He turns his head to the right with embarrassment. After a while he replies that, since he has no choice, he can't help but accept her conditions. Elyon leaves. The witch, with a smug voice, says goodbye to him. The witch gets close. The witch to table, amulet, seats, door, shops to the alleys. You have reached to the witch, abandoned to the square, to the entrance, corpse, to the... You have reached to the helper's house. You have bookshelf, capital. The bookshelf is filled with medical kit. The medical kit is empty. Stair, cell phone, helper. The helper suggests to bookshelf. To you have reached to the capital. 2 alleys to the road to the cap. To the witch's left. Road to the 2 outside. To the entry. 2 out. You have saved you meeting point. You saved the game to Dracula's castle. Elyon and Alucard reach the entrance of Dracula's castle. Before entering, Alucard activates once more the power of time and seals Dracula's time flow. In this way, he won't be able to reincarnate anymore after dying. It's quite a convenient power, but Elyon can see the effort and the magic power that Alucard is pulling off to maintain such a powerful spell and apply it on targets like Dracula and his castle at the same time. No matter how much he's trying to hide it, it requires a control of magic power and an incredible amount of it that Elyon would never dream to reach. He has great respect for him, but Alucard can't maintain it forever. They enter the courtyard. It's like the first time that Elyon entered. This time there are gargoyles waiting for them, anyway. Elyon is not alone. Alucard is with him, and he can provide some support, but the front line is up to Elyon. During a battle, each time that Elyon will dodge an attack, if Alucard will be there, then he will be able to lend a strike. According to the enemy and the situation, it could be a better strategy to rely on Alucard, or the opposite. You have reached castle, courtyard, gargoyle. The battle begins. The enemy is getting stronger. The battle ends. Elyon gains 160 experience points. Press control. Top of the castle. From here, Elyon can see the last room at the top of the castle. That must be the throne room. There's an invisible force that won't allow him to reach it from outside. It's probably the castle's doing. Blood fountain. At the center of the courtyard, there's a fountain which continuously spills blood. The fountain contains a pool of blood. Elyon could even get some of it in order to obtain some blood vials. Will Elyon get some blood? Press the left. Elyon gets 1 blood vial. At the center of the... Press the... Elyon gets 1 blood vial. At the center, press the... Elyon gets 1 blood vial. Gargoyle. The battle begins. The enemy is getting stronger. The battle ends. Elyon gains 160. You opened the inventory page. 50. Blood vial. You opened your top of the car. Blood to outside to the main hall. The main hall is the same as the previous time, except for some details. A huge sword is lodged in the ground. There's no monster in this hall, but still Elyon feels an eerie presence. Alucard has already drawn his sword from its scabbard. You have reached Castle Statue. A huge and majestic statue of a gargoyle is placed in the center of the hall. The same one of that time. Even if the other time it didn't move, Elyon won't let his guard down in any case. In the courtyard, there were even the gargoyles, after all. A huge and wall. Next to the stairs, there's a brick wall. Knocking on the wall, Elyon hears a different sound. Elyon strikes the wall with his sword. Not even a scratch. Just some dust fell. Elyon strikes it again. There's a crack in the wall. Elyon strikes it once more. The wall is about to crumble. With one last strike, Elyon breaks the wall. He saw something inside. When the dust disappears, Elyon can't believe his eyes. There's a pot roast inside the wall. Despite the place, it looks like it's straight from the oven. It's still hot. It has a good scent and is completely clean. It even looks tasty. Elyon is still confused. Suddenly it starts to disappear and to reappear in a cycle which iterates faster and faster, as if it was about to disappear. Before that can happen, Elyon decides to take it. Elyon gets one pot roast. How much time has passed since that pot roast was inside that wall? Azagol to the courtyard. Azagol. When Elyon gets close enough to the sword, a huge red shape appears for a second. It's a huge red spectre. It stands next to the sword, then it disappears again, and the huge sword starts to float. Alucard says that he's Azagol, a humanoid spectral demon. He's a skilled fencer, and his actual body is the sword. To defeat him, it must be broken. The battle begins. Less than 75% life points. Less than 75% life points. Less than 50% life points. The battle ends. Elyon gains 700 experience points. Press Control to continue. After one last slash, the huge sword breaks in half. The sword sinks through the floor, and Azagall with it. That magic circle over there suddenly activates. Alucard says that it's a teleportation circle. It should be their next destination. To the library, to the courtyard, to the library. Elyon remembers that here was the path to the library. But the path is not there anymore. Elyon to wall, statue, to magic circle. They walk inside the magic circle and sink inside the portal. Suddenly they are inside an open space in freefall. Below them there's an immense hurricane, and they're about to enter it. Many rock platforms are caught inside the hurricane and endlessly follow the path of it. They land on them. To ease the fall, Elyon turns into a bat. Alucard can't morph or the time spell will break, but he can rely on his gravity boots. Elyon never crossed such a path the previous time, but Alucard tells him that the castle is a living being and what's inside it always changes, according to the power and the number of the invaders. Also, the laws of physics are distorted in some cases. For example, even if they are falling, he can tell for sure that they are proceeding upward, inside the castle. On closer look, Elyon can see, trapped among the currents of the hurricane, many human souls. From the hurricane comes out a group of elementals of the wind. They look like a scaled-down tornado. At the top of each one of them, a humanoid being without legs rides the wind. There are another 3 platforms. In the farthest one, there's a humanoid surrounded by a strong wind current. You have reached Hurricane's core, south. Saving point. You saved the game. Swirling souls. The battle ends. Elyon gains 170 experience. Saving point. You saved Eye of the Hurricane. The Eye of the Hurricane is their next destination. That is what Alucard said. Does he really want to jump inside that dark hole? In any case, they have to get closer. The closest platform to it is the farthest one, the one to the north. The Eye of Elemental of the Wind. The battle begins. The enemy is getting faster. Less than 50% life points. Less than 50% life points. The battle ends. Elyon gains 190 experience points. Elyon gets Blood Vial, saving use our swirling souls. More than more than the battle ends. Elyon save use to the west platform, to the main to the east platform, to the main hall, to the west platform. There's a winged demon at the center of the platform. He has a humanoid body. He has claws and horns. Judging by the sparks around him, it must be a thunder demon. He's stronger than the other monsters around here. You have reached Hurricane's core, west, elemental of the wind. The battle begins. More than 70 The enemy is getting faster. The battle ends. Elyon gains 190 experience points. Press control. Thunder Demon. The battle begins. Less than 75% life. Less than 50% life points. Battle ends. Elyon gains 270 experience points. Elyon gets Blood Vial. Press control. Blood Crystal. Elyon notices a crimson crystal next to a rock on the platform. It's very peculiar. Alucard gets closer. Elyon notices that the crystal clearly draws his attention. That's quite an unusual occurrence. Alucard says that this crystal is made of blood for most of its composition. The requirements to make the creation of such a crystal happen are not much different from the ones of rock salt, but the nature of the ingredients makes it hard to actually happen in nature. According to him, this is one of the few places in which this event can take place. Alucard seems delighted by the discovery. He wants to take a piece of the crystal. He puts it inside a pouch. He says that Elyon can extract the blood of the crystal to obtain some blood vials. Elyon gets closer and extracts enough blood for 2 blood vials. You opened the inventory page. 52 blood vials. You're back in the map. Now the crystal is almost transparent. It seems like actual rock salt. Anyway, the passion that Alucard seems to show for physics and science must be something that he has in common with his father. Now the elemental of the wind. The battle begins. The enemy is getting faster. More than 75% life points. The battle ends. Elyon gained blood crystal to the south to the north blood crystal to the north platform. They reach the platform. Now the humanoid is visible. It's a woman. She seems in trouble. She can't stand on her legs and is trapped inside that strong wind current. You have reached Hurricane Stone Pillar. Woman. Downward Stone Pillar. Elyon spends time to pay respect to a nameless hero of whom no story will ever be sung about. Yet his deeds help to make everything happen without any issues. Elyon spends... Woman. The wind is much too strong to get closer. The woman is asking for help. Elyon won't ignore her frightened expression. The wind comes from that platform over there. It should be the east platform. The wind... Game progression 70%. You're back in the map. East platform. To the west east platform. Elyon can't reach that platform from the current one. It's much too high from here. The strong wind will not allow him to reach it with the help of the Bat Relic. Elyon can't... Woman. Stone. Downward. To the west. Down. To the west. Down. Elyon wants to rescue the woman before proceeding further. To the... You have... To the north. Hurricane. To the south platform. You have to the east. Hurricane. On the platform there are 5 skeletons. They wield a blade and the wind surrounds them, partially blurring their body. Alucard thinks that they could be mirage skeletons. Only one of them can be destroyed, and when it happens, the others will follow the same destiny. You have reached Hurricane's core. Can. Not again. How can this can even be in a place that doesn't belong on Earth? Not a mirage skeleton. The mirage skeleton is wielding his blade toward Elyon and keeps opening and closing his jaws quickly, as if laughing at him. Could it be the real skeleton? Elyon is considering attacking him. Press the left arrow to attack him. Press the right. Mirage skeleton. The mirage skeleton is wielding his blade. Press the left. Mirage. The mirage skeleton is Press the mirage. The mirage skeleton is Mirage. The mirage skeleton is wielding his. Press the left. To the south, Ed can. Mirage skeleton. The Mirage skeleton is wielding his blade to press the left arrow to attack him. Elyon draws the sword. If this is the right skeleton, then they will disappear together. The battle begins. Less than 75% life points. The battle ends. Elyon gains 180. Elyon destroys the skeleton. His crumbled bones are transported by the wind, which intensifies, and then all the skeletons are flying as well. The wind current shuffles them, and then all the 5 skeletons return to their place. That wasn't the real skeleton. There must be a way to recognize him. Ed Hurricane to the south, Mirage skeleton. The Mirage skeleton is weak. Press the left. Mirage. The Mirage skeleton. Mirage. The Mirage skeleton. Mirage. The Mirage skeleton is. Mirage. The Mirage skeleton is wielded. Press the left arrow. Elyon draws the sword. If this is the right skeleton, then they will disappear together. The battle Less than begins. 7. Less than 75% life points. Less than 50% life points. The battle ends. Elyon gains 1. Elyon destroys the skeleton. His crumbled bones are transported by the wind, which intensifies, and then all the skeletons are flying as well. They turn into dust. The wind current changes direction and returns inside the hurricane. The trail of dust follows the wind. Elyon destroyed the real skeleton. They won't appear anymore. The wind current in the north platform disappeared as well. Edge. Elyon can see the north platform from here. It's quite high here. The next platform is way below. Elyon needs the help of a relic to jump down, or the hurricane will blow him away. Which relic should Elyon use? Press the left arrow to use the wolf relic. Press the right arrow to use the bat relic. Elyon morphs into a wolf and leaps towards the next platform. With the help of the soul of wolf, Elyon's speed is fast enough to pierce the barrier of the wind. He safely lands on the north platform and turns back into a dhampir. You have reached Hurricane Stone Pillar. Woman. The wind disappeared, so the woman is free. Elyon gets closer and asks her if she can stand up, but she's still shocked. The woman thanks Elyon and hugs him. Her head lies on his shoulder, and it looks like she needs some time to recover. Alucard tells Elyon that he's much too reckless. Inside Dracula's castle, danger can be anywhere. Elyon turns his head towards him and interrupts his speech to ask him if it's possible to return back from here and help her escape from the castle. Suddenly, the woman's left arm hugs Elyon's neck. He turns his head to check the situation, but his lips come into contact with her. Before Elyon can react, she is kissing him. He slightly opens his mouth in surprise. The woman doesn't hesitate and subtly sneaks her tongue inside. Her tongue is rubbing against his tongue and his other soft tissue with passion. Without stopping, Elyon is unable to react. The pleasant sensation is clouding his mind. His consciousness is slowly fading away. Alucard didn't warn him in time. Elyon has been hugged by a succubus in disguise. Her sinful tongue is about to charm his will. Meanwhile, her lustful right hand is slowly slipping below his shoulder. It's too late. Alucard can't even intervene. That won't break the spell on Elyon. He must get free on his own. A fight inside Elyon's mind is happening at the moment. He's trying to free his will from the succubus. He's not in a condition to dodge. His blood vials will be useless this time, and he cannot even use his relics. Elyon must hurry. It's a race against time. Less than 75% life points. Elyon gains 500 experience points. Press Control to continue. Elyon breaks the spell. The succubus is pushed back. Before she can even attempt to stand up, her sight is upside down. Alucard has beheaded her immediately, with a single and clean cut of his sword. The last thing her eyes see before she turns into ash is her headless body. That was close. Elyon hides his face from Alucard with shame. Her drool is still dripping from his mouth. Alucard reproaches him and says to pay more attention, starting from now. Anyway, now they can go toward the eye of the hurricane. To the west, east, stone pillar, downward. They jump into the core of the hurricane. It's incredibly deep. When they reach its dark core, they suddenly land inside a swamp. Not a normal one. On this muddy land, vegetation doesn't grow. The swamp exhales a toxic miasma. Actually, it seems that the dense liquid is also composed of excrement. This environment is not compatible with life. For humans, at least. A couple of dhampirs like them can breathe normally. Still, it's very unpleasant. Alucard in particular seems very annoyed with the whole place. The swamp is really wide, yet on the horizon it's possible to see the walls of the castle, as if to remind the two travellers that they're still inside the castle of Dracula. In the distance there's a fortress which seems enveloped by flames. That's probably their next destination. Meanwhile, nearby they can see a group of crouched humanoids. They are affected by a plague which covers their bodies with tumours. They suddenly stand up and scream like the damned. Then they keep swearing and writhing. You have reached Poisonous Swamp. Saving point. You saved the game. Wrathful Leper. The battle begins. Less than 50% life points. The battle ends. Elyon gains 200 experience. Saving. You save pile of wood. Just a bunch of wood stacked in bulk. Just a Wrathful Leper. The battle begins. The battle ends. Elyon, save. You set to the hut to Poisonous Swamp 2. Saving to Poisonous Swamp 2. The ground gets more unstable. Pools of swamp can be found among the land. Suddenly a horde of hands comes out from below. They desperately try to grab something, as if they want to drag it into hell with them. Elyon and Alucard watch their step. They could appear anywhere at this point. You have reached Poisonous Swamp 2. Horde of hands. Elyon is more than 75, less than 70. Less than 75%, less than 70. Less than 50%. The battle ends. Elyon gains 210 experience points. Elyon gets swollen ground. That ground over there is swollen. Elyon gets closer to check. He can hear many moans from below. They must be the owners of the hands. In this case, they are trying to emerge from below the ground rather than the swamp. They really must be desperate. That Wrathful Leper. The battle begins. The battle ends. Elyon gains 200 experience points. Press control. Horde of hands. Swollen ground. Rock. Elyon didn't actually see many rocks in the swamp. This one is at the center of one little swamp. Elyon, horde of hands. Less than 50. The battle ends. Elyon gains 210 experience points. Elyon gets to poison horde of to poisonous swamp 3 to poison. You have saved poison. You saved to poisonous swamp 2. You have experience points. Elyon reached level 8. 11,300 experience. You're back in the to poisonous swamp 3. At a certain point, Elyon and Alucard can see a group of monstrous reptiles. They are basilisks. They say that their gaze can turn living beings into stone. But according to Alucard, they can achieve a similar result only with their breath. The whole process takes hours. Meanwhile, the body becomes slower. Anyway, it's possible to revert the process by killing them. You have reached Poisonous Swamp 3. Statues. Many statues are scattered around this area. They are humanoid statues. Most of them are shaped like the humanoids they found until now in the swamp. They have probably been petrified by the basilisks. Many statues. Basilisk. The battle begins. More than 75% life points. The enemy is getting stronger. Less than 50% life points. The enemy is getting stronger. Less than 10% life. More than 75% life points. The battle ends. Elyon gate. Statues. Basilisk. The battle less than begins. 70%. Less than 50% life points. Less than 50% life points. The enemy is getting stronger. 100% life points. Less than 75% life points. The battle ends. Elyon gains 230 experience points. Elyon gets blood stone to poisonous swamp, stone dust statues to poison stone dust. The whole surrounding area is covered by this grey dust. If this dust is made of crumbled statues, then how many victims have actually died here? To poisonous swamp 4 to stone the whole to They approach the end of the path. It can't be called a wharf, but there's a boat on the surface of the swamp. Elyon notices that Alucard is pulling out something from a pouch. It looks like a merman statue. Then he stops. They can see a humanoid creature near the boat. It's a demon. Alucard has an annoyed gaze. Seems like he did expect to meet someone else. But he even knows that demon, who is named Phlegius. He's a ferryman demon. If they want to reach the fortress, they will need his help. You have reached Poisonous Swamp 4. Broken boats. Many wooden boats lie on the ground, abandoned and in awful condition. The swamp surely made them rot. But something is off. Boat. This boat is in good condition. It's probably the one that Phlegius is using at the moment. This boat, Phlegius, to Poisonous Swamp through Phlegius. They get close to Phlegius. The horned demon comments that it's been a while since the last time he saw a couple of travelers wandering along those places on purpose. Alucard gets straight to the point. They must reach that fortress over there, so they need his help. The demon refuses. The previous time, he didn't have a choice, but he only ferries souls of the dead. With a grim gaze, Alucard replies to Phlegius that, starting from now, he won't have a choice. Not even this time. The demon is moving its tail. He's angry and prepares to attack. Elyon and Alucard draw their swords. The battle begins. Less than The battle ends. Elyon gains 550 experience points. Elyon gets Blood Vial. Press control. The battle was easier than expected. Alucard's sword tip is next to Phlegius's throat. He won't say it twice. Phlegius must obey his command. He surrenders, but replies with an annoyed voice that he lost his oar somewhere in the swamp. If they want to ride that bad, then they will have to search for it for him at least. Even if Alucard is reluctant to listen to him, Elyon agrees to search for it. Alucard will stay here to make sure that Phlegius won't escape. To poison a Phlegius. Boat. Broken. To Poisonous Swamp. You have to Poisonous Swamp. To Poisonous Swamp. You have to Poisonous. You have save poison. You saved the game. You opened the inventory page. 53. Blood Vial. You quit battle. Game progression 72%. You're back in the map. Wrathful Leper. The battle begins. The battle ends. Elyon gains 200 experience. Saving point. Use pile of wood. Among the wood, Elyon notices a long stick. It's quite worn out. When he pulls it out from the pile, it's revealed to be an ore. It must be the one from Phlegius. Elyon gets 1 ore. You save pile of only wooden scrap. Wrathful leper. The battle begins. The battle ends. Elyon gets saving point. Used to poison a swamp too. You have to poison. You have reached Poisonous Swamp 4. Broken boat, Phlegius. Elyon gives the ore to Phlegius. The demon confirms that it's his own, but won't thank him for that. Now he can sail the boat. When Elyon and Alucard are ready, then they just have to hop aboard the boat. To poison Phlegius. Phlegius is frustrated and hopes to not see their damn faces again. Phlegius boat. Phlegius, Elyon and Alucard are travelling in the boat, surrounded by the swamp and its stench. The land is distant, and now they are in the middle of nowhere. After some time, the liquid surface of the swamp is rippling. Alucard has a bad omen and warns Elyon to draw his sword. Many bubbles start to appear below them. They cover a wide area. Phlegius is scared. He seems to already know what is going to happen. Alucard kicks the rear of the boat with strength and jumps high with his gravity boots, just in time to push the boat outside the range of the surface covered with bubbles. From the swamp, a colossal beast emerges. Its 8 heads are attacking the travelers. The monster is a Hydra, and not only that, it's a primordial Hydra, the strongest and most ancient one. Its heads can spit poison, can reach them from long distances. Phlegius swears at Elyon and Alucard. One of the reasons he didn't want to help them is because that Hydra woke up due to them. Phlegius and the souls of the dead can pass without any problem from the swamp. Alucard is drawing the attention of 5 of its heads, so he entrusts the other 3 heads and the main body to Elyon. Elyon is ready for the battle. The Forgotten One was more terrifying. Still, the colossal Hydra is fighting them in its natural environment. Besides, Elyon can rely only on the boat, so it won't be easy. Elyon says to Phlegius to use his navigational skills to dodge the attacks of the Hydra, or they will sink with the boat. Alucard is very busy. Elyon shouldn't rely on his help. The battle begins. 100% life points. The enemy is getting stronger. The enemy is getting less than Elyon is poisoned. Less than 50% life points. Elyon is defeated. Seems like this is the end. Press the left arrow to load the last save. You have to poison. You have to poison. Flag boat. This boat. Flag Elyon. Flag boat. 100% life points. More than 75% life points. More than 75% life points. More than 75% life points. The battle ends. Elyon gains 900 experience points. Press Control to continue. Legends about Hydra say that their beheaded heads can be regenerated, yet they cut off a couple of its heads and nothing happens. In any case, the coup de grace has been landed on its main body, piercing its heart with the sword. Before sinking again inside the swamp, the primordial Hydra melts in its own poison. Alucard lands on the boat. They quickly move away from the nearby zone, before the poison of the Hydra can touch the boat. After some time, the blazing fortress is near. The boat reaches the fortress. Flames are everywhere. At the moment it's possible to see just the entrance, but it looks like there are 3 demons which won't let them pass so easily. They are the Furies, feminine and humanoid demons with serpentine hair. Their temples are encircled with Cerestes and small serpents. They are covered with blood. They tear their chest with fingernails while screaming at Elyon and Alucard. You have reached Blazing Fortress, southeast. Saving point. You saved the game, Furies. The battle begins.
Less than 75% life points.
The battle ends. Elyon Gate. Saving. Use Furies. Furies. The battle begins. The enemy is getting stronger.
Elyon is less than 25% life points.
The battle ends. Elyon Gate. Furies. The battle begins. Elyon is poisoned. More than 75% life points. More than 7. Less than 75% life points. The enemy is getting stronger. The enemy is getting stronger. Less than 75% life points. The battle ends. Elyon gains 2 to poisonous swamp. Wood, narrow, blazing, saving point. You saved the game. Blazing walls. Elyon can't even get close to the flames. It's so hot that his skin could melt if he even dares to touch the walls. According to Alucard, those are hellish flames. Unlike dark flames, which burn until the victim is completely consumed by them, hellish flames simply burn for eternity. Elyon can't. Narrow passage. Wooden grate to poisonous. Wooden grate door. Narrow passage. Elyon can see a narrow passage on the wall above his head. He needs the help of a relic to pass through it. Which relic should Elyon use? Press the left arrow to use the mist relic. Press the right arrow to use the bat relic. Elyon morphs into a bat and flies through the narrow passage. Elyon enters the next room without any problem, so he turns back into a dhampir. This area is full of stone tombs. They are covered in flames as well. Some of the owners of the tombs could attack. There's already a pair of tombs which come out from the ground and hover in the place. Around the zone there's also some Ifriti, flaming devils which wield various types of weapons. They also have control of fire magic. They fly without the help of wings. That's just their raw magic power. You have reached Blazing Fortress, northeast. Tombs. Elyon can read many names among the tombs of this place. They come from many countries, and there's people who died centuries ago. Elyon can even recognize a few of the names. Elyon, Flaming Stone Tomb. The battle ends. Elyon gains 240 experience points. Press control. Tombstone. Flaming Stone Tomb. Less than 75% life points. The battle ends. Elyon gains 240 Ifriti. The battle begins. The battle ends. Elyon gains tombs. Flaming Stone Tombstone. Flaming Stone South exit. Narrow tunnel. Tombs. Narrow tunnel. There's a tunnel on the wall. It's quite long. Elyon can see the end of it from here. Anyway, it's too narrow for him, so he needs his relics. Inside the tunnel, he notices many thin embrasures. They are on the ceiling of the tunnel, and they are placed horizontally. Something is off. Which relic should Elyon use? Press the left arrow to use the bat relic. Press the right arrow to use the wolf relic. Elyon morphs into a wolf and rushes through the narrow tunnel. Elyon rushes as fast as he can. Behind him he hears the sound of guillotines which fall from above. From the embrasures. One after another they threaten his life. But he's faster than them and reaches the next room. He's safe and turns back into a dhampir. Elyon and Alucard enter the area. They can see a gate over there, but a giant humanoid devil comes out. The lower part of the body is actually serpentine, and there's snakes instead of hair. It's her! It's Medusa! Alucard covers his sight just in time to avoid her curse, but Elyon realized it too late. His skin became grey for some seconds, and his body was heavy like stone. Luckily, he returned to normal. Anyway, it's impossible to fight in those conditions. Alucard asks Elyon if he's able to fight with his eyes closed. His experience inside the caves of the Abyss more than qualified him for such a task, so he answers yes. When Elyon is ready to fight, he will have to rely only on his ears. You have reached Blazing Fortress, northwest. Flaming walls. It's very hot nearby. They must be the flaming walls of the room. Elyon saw them before closing his eyes. It's flame geyser. A sudden source of heat is coming from below. Elyon quickly jumps back. The sound was that of a geyser, made of flames. It's very frustrating to get one's bearings in those conditions. Not even walls can be touched. A sudden statues. That was a stone statue, but it was quite big. Medusa must be able to even petrify creatures of this size. That was a stone Medusa, narrow passage, east exit, gate, narrow passage, gate. There was a gate behind Medusa, but that's a good reason to not get closer to it. In these conditions, she would attack them without mercy. East exit, narrow pass. Medusa, Elyon and Alucard are ready for the battle. They are surrounded by flames, so they can only perceive the ground with their feet. It will be difficult to figure out how Medusa will attack. Less than 50. 50. %100 life points. Elyon is poisoned. Less than 75% life points. Elyon is getting slower. The battle ends. Elyon gains 1,000 experience points. Elyon gets Blood Vial. Press control to continue. After a difficult battle, they manage to defeat Medusa. Alucard cuts off her head. Her corpse turns into a horde of snakes, which scatter in every direction. After some seconds, they disappear somewhere. They finally open their eyes and can see the room. Now they should proceed through that gate. East exit, narrow passage, statues, flame geyser, flaming wall, gate. Elyon and Alucard jump down into the portal. After some seconds of darkness, they see an immense void. But when they actually raise their heads, they notice that the ground is above them. The area seems upside down. A few seconds later, they rotate, and the gravity makes them go toward the expected direction and safely land. Under their feet, there is an infinite sea, which is completely frozen. The waves were churning, so the ground is very irregular. It's very cold, but what actually makes it unbearable is that strong wind current which comes from there. Between two ice peaks they can see one colossal humanoid being that, with his wings, produces that wind current. They can't proceed towards him, so they must find a solution. From the sea below, suddenly a group of stalagmites comes out. Inside them there's a soul which apparently can generate other stalagmites from below. You have reached frozen depths, frozen saving point. You saved the game. You open game progression 75%. Experience Elyon reached level 8. 6,560 life point. Quit. Alert. Quit. Hell.